So I've been doing triathlon for about 6 years. Normal journey, I guess. Started off just to get fit, do something. Didn't have a swim background, didn't have a bike background, didn't have a run background. Just I've always been, I guess, a middle of the pack swimmer. Swim's generally been my weakest leg. I could always do the distances, but I wasn't quick. Sort of brought my times down a little bit, and I was good enough to stay in the middle of the pack, and had a really strong bike. I've got a really strong bike, so I was always trying to minimize the damage on the swim, make up time on the bike, and then sort of hold in on the run. It was always my race strategy. And swim in my first Ironman, which was reasonable, but off the back of that, every swim just felt like a slog. Like my form was breaking down really bad, and my next goal is to qualify for Kona. That's sort of the next thing on my list, and I know that I need to go quicker to be at the pointy end. And yeah, the Facebook gods, I guess, presented something from front pack, and it was something around every stroke is either doing you good or doing you bad. At that point in time, I just felt like every stroke was doing me bad. Like it was a slog. It wasn't enjoyable. With some senior squads, some master squads and things like that, the coach would say you're dropping your wrist, and you go, okay, I didn't know that was happening. Whereas now, I know within one stroke whether I'm dropping an elbow, or whether my catch is sliding through, or whether my hand entry is not right. Like the process that you guys have taken me through, and that building that IQ and building that toolkit, I understand it. I understand the why, not necessarily just the how. And yeah, in a race, if my form's breaking down, I feel it before I've swum half a race with bad form, which is really cool. Exciting thing is that I knew that I hadn't hit a limit. Like I was into PB territory, and every week, every 50 was dropping, every 100 was dropping. Like I've gone from I won the 17 PB from a few years ago. I was back down at that level within 5 weeks, and now I'm down into the 114s, and critical to the process that I've gone through and the improvements that I've made. So much so that I look forward to the weekly analysis call. I know it's going to lead to better swimming. It's that regular analysis. It's that regular feedback. A lot of the times you'll, as you mentioned before, you go down the YouTube path, and you get told to do something, and you think you're doing it, but seeing yourself on the video every week, you can see instantly that you're not doing what you think you're doing. Like it's just, the reality is not always the same. So I think that's been such a critical part of it. But as you said, I'm a tall guy, and my stroke had ended up very glidey, very catch up, and it was okay in the pool. Like I was a reasonable swimmer in the pool, but what I found was that any improvements in the pool weren't necessarily translating to good races. I've had 2 races now after working with you guys for a few months, and both times they have translated to a good swim. Being able to go out with the fastest swimmer in the group and be second around the turn buoy, and then come out of the water first in my age group, but that all came down to the confidence in being able to execute on the strategy that I'd failed at twice, but that we worked on, and we sort of we came up with a strategy that would work for me in the pool, and that translated to the swim. So it's that custom approach in not only my stroke, but the strategy and pacing and race techniques, and it all factored into, I guess, my swim growth over the last 12 weeks. And I won the state championship earlier this year and came out of the water 4th, which was awesome for me at that point in time. And I had to make up time on the bike and then hold in on the run. It's so exciting knowing that I can mix it up from start to finish. It's a game changer for me. Like I'm just an age grouper. I'm not pro or anything like that, but I'm competitive. I like to do well. I like to improve. It's always fun to step on the podium, and the swim has always been that that little roadblock, that little bit of doubt that can I really sort of compete at the top level without a really strong swim. And I'm proving that I can swim strong. I can come out of the water first. I can take more time off people on the bike. And the exciting thing at the moment with front pack is that I'm nowhere near my potential yet. We've got a long way to go. Just do it is probably my advice. There's nothing to lose. It's the same with anything in life. If you don't sort of step outside your comfort zone and try something new, then you don't necessarily grow. But it's worked for me, and there's no reason that it won't work for others, because it is personalized and it is frequent and it is tailored. Like, I'm not doing drills just for the sake of doing drills anymore. I'm doing drills and knowing why I'm doing the drills, and they're specific to my area of opportunity. And I'm not doing the same drill every week because it's not always the same focus every week. I was probably a little bit skeptical or nervous about like time zone differences and things like that when I first reach out, but you guys have been amazing setting up sessions that work around the Australian time zones and sort of my lifestyle, and making sure that if I can't get to those, you guys are still supporting me. Like, it's been an amazing experience. You guys have been nothing but supportive. So if I can get the insights that you guys have got from coaching the world's best, then I'll definitely take it. I'll take that advantage every day of the week.